Hey seniors, welcome back. So let me break down the first 2 weeks worth of assignments. So this is Unit 21, History of the Americas, the Second World War. We're picking up right where we left off at the end of last year. This is a new site. Please be aware this is a new site. Don't use last year's site. I reorganized things. I made this one a little bit cleaner, so I redid a lot of the work. So make sure you're using the correct site. Your objectives for Unit 21 are right here. Click on that if you find the need to click on that. I would recommend you keep track of your objectives. The weekly breakdown is right here. I'm going to show you that document over here. So here's the document itself. So for week 1, these first 2 videos are rehashed from last year. I took them from the old site. I brought them to the new site. You do not have to watch them. If you have a great memory and remember everything we did last year, kudos. If you don't remember it, you might want to watch these videos to catch up to speed on Unit 21. We have the Unit 21 recap. This assignment is really, really important. What do you remember from last year? What can you articulate from last year? I want you to put a lot of effort into this. I'm not looking for one-word answers. I'm not even looking for one-sentence answers in a lot of ways. I want you to prove to me that you remember last year, and I also want you to prove to yourself that you remember last year and that you can backtrack and kind of, hear a word, see a word, watch a video, and then it all kind of starts coming back to you. So put a good amount of effort into this one, please. All right, and if we go to our breakdown, that is the first assignment that is due. That is step 1 for Wednesday, September 9th. Step 2 for Wednesday, September 9th is the Unit 21.2 Ed Puzzle. All right, so here that is Unit 21.2 Ed Puzzle right here. All right, it is the United States and Japan and why Pearl Harbor happened. The second video over here is kind of optional. I break down the attack on Pearl Harbor a little bit more specifically. We watch a clip from the movie Pearl Harbor in this, kind of just like you were in class. You don't have to watch that one. I would recommend it, but it's the first week back. If you're still trying to figure out your pacing and how to navigate these waters of distance learning again, if you skip that one, it's not the end of the world. Step 3, review the 21.3 PowerPoint. All right, this is pretty easy. It's the United States and the Mediterranean. There are some pretty big aspects of this, Dwight D. Eisenhower, Operation Torch, some stuff like that. But a little bit of it is review, a little bit of it is new. You're just clicking through that PowerPoint. I'm not going to make you do it in a puzzle on just that. So just click through that PowerPoint and kind of rehash your memory. I had to refresh my page. Unit 21.4 Ed Puzzle is going to be next. That's the United States involvement in Europe itself. So that should be, again, a little bit of rehash from Unit 10 at the end of last year and a little bit of new information as well. So you can see that is the last thing that is due on Wednesday, September 9th. Give me feedback. Was this too much? Is this too little? It's going to be very hard to navigate those of you who are in class and those of you that are at home. So let me know if this is too much, if this is just right, if this is not enough. Kind of help me navigate this as best as possible. But I'm very well aware that on day 1 this is a good amount of work to do. Hopefully it's not too overwhelming to you guys. Then we're going to roll into Friday, September 11th. If you do not get this done for Wednesday and need to do it for Friday, that's okay. I'll be flexible for the first week back. But for the actual stuff that's due Friday, September 11th, number 1 is the Cornell notes for pages 52 to 85. So if we come over here, Cornell notes 52 to 85, it's in this book right here. A lot of you guys took this book home with you before you left. If you do not have this book, send me an email and I will send you a digital copy of it. I'm not going to post it on the classroom because that's really illegal and I don't feel like getting in trouble. So if you need it, I'll send it to you separately. And then the second assignment for Friday is a World War II research assignment. So the research assignment itself is over here, similar to what we did for research at the end of Term 3 last year in like the Depression unit and some World War II stuff. Go in, find a source, do a little reading, plop out this assignment. I think it's pretty interesting. You guys are going to be looking into a certain battle of the Second World War and talking about technology and women and minorities and all that good stuff. So you guys, I think, will get the point of that. Let's go into week 2 real quick. I know that this is only supposed to be 1 week at a time, but for those of you that want to work at your own pace, I'm going to do this by unit. So if a unit's 3 weeks, it's going to be a 3-week breakdown. If it's 1 week, it'll be a 1-week breakdown, so on and so forth. So for week 2, the week is September 14th, Monday, A day, no class. Tuesday, step 1, the 21.5 ed puzzle. Step 2 is the 21.6 ed puzzle, and then it's the home front research assignment. So those have not been created yet. I'm still working on that. Those videos will be right here. The home front research task is really, really, really cool. I do this kind of assignment every year where you're kind of exploring. The reason America won World War II is its home front and the amount of production that it was able to produce. You guys get the point. So you guys are going to do a little assignment like this, and it's really kind of an ode to females. The females picked up a lot of the slack while the men were off at war. So you guys are going to do a little research assignment into this. And then Friday, I haven't really worked out the specifics of this yet, but you guys are going to do a World War II timeline project, and you're going to focus on the Americas. So we're not really going to talk about the fall of France and stuff like that like we did at the end of the year last year. This is going to focus on the Americas stuff and some of those early war conferences and the Neutrality Acts and Lend-Lease and Operation Torch and D-Day and island hopping and all the stuff that you guys will learn in this unit. We'll do some sort of timeline project that is going to be due on Thursday the 17th right here, and I'll kind of work out the ins and outs of that, and I'll post it on here. All right, so that is a breakdown for Unit 21. It's a lot, but it's not. Again, a lot of it's review of kind of Unit 10 and where we left off last year. Some of it is new. It is an HL unit, so kind of be mindful of what's going on. We'll be able to review this at the end of the year, but I want to get this tucked away as quickly as possible so that we can move on to the Cold War and the new stuff and really get our hands dirty with the Cold War. It's super exciting. I love teaching you guys the Cold War. Yeah, should be fun. So let me know if you have any questions, and as always, be good.